What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video on the channel. And in today's video, I am going to be ranking every single starting running back in the NFL. Now, this will be who I think will be starting, and we've got a whole bunch of running backs up here. Mitch Trubisky, for some reason, is here. I don't know. So yeah, we're only going to be ranking the 32 people that I think will be starting. And yeah, let's just jump right into this. So. First off, Aaron Jones, I will put him in the A tier. I think that Aaron Jones is a pretty good running back. Now he isn't, I think, S tier material, even though he had he's had like back-to-back extremely good seasons. He just got himself a new contract that was a pretty big contract for him, so good for him. But yeah, I feel like he's just a do-it-all back. That is a really good running back. He's just not up there with some of the better players. Okay, yeah, so this is like a really bad tier list because Darnold Henderson isn't here, even though he's probably going to be starting because Cam Akers went down with an injury. So just pretend that Cam Akers is Darnold Henderson. Now, Darnold Henderson is he was part of, the three-headed monster of the Rams running game last season. I'm going to put him in the C tier. He's a decent running back. I don't think that he's like a main bell cow running back. And actually, yeah, I'm going to put him in D tier because I don't think he's a main bell cow running back. I think he's a really good backup running back. And that's, kind of the problem because he's going to be thrust into the starting role. And, yeah, I mean... This is probably going to be I think this is his first time in the full force starting role, so we'll have to see how he does. But based on, his past, I don't think that he's going to do too well because he's primarily just been a backup. Alvin Kamara, he's also going to go in the A tier. He's a better catcher than Aaron Jones. Probably a worse runner than Aaron Jones as well, though, he did have those 6 touchdowns in that one game. I'm going to put him at the top of the A tier ahead of Aaron Jones. I think that he's a really good, might be the best receiving running back in the league. He's a really good dual-purpose running back, and yeah, I think he should go in the A tier. Okay, Antonio Gibson was, a rookie for the Washington football team. I'm going to put him in the B tier. I think that he had a pretty good rookie season, not as good as some other players' rookie seasons. But yeah, he had a pretty good rookie season, and I think that he can definitely build on that. And, oh yeah, I forgot to say in the start, this is how I think they'll do next season. So not any past things, how I think they'll do next season. Why the hell's Baker Mayfield here? Good lord, man, this tier list. Okay, yeah, but I think Antonio Gibson was, he had a pretty good rookie year, and he'll just continue to build on that, and I think that, in a few years, he might even see himself in the A tier. So, Austin Eckler. Oh, this is interesting. I'll put him in the B tier, below Gibson, because I think Gibson will probably be better than him, but he's been a decent running back, he was the backup for Melvin Gordon for a while, and then, he finally got his chance to be a starter last season. Now, he did get injured for a bit, but he averaged 4.6 yards per carry, which is still pretty good. And that's pretty good also, for, the starting running back. So, yeah, he'll go in the B tier. So, next we have Clyde Edwards-Elaire. I actually don't think he's going to do too well because I don't think that Andy Reid is very good at... getting, his running backs involved. He's, primarily, a passing attack. So I think that Clyde Edwards-Elaire's role will be reduced this season. I mean, it was already, not that big last season, and I don't think it will get any larger at least. So, yeah, he'll go in the C tier. No, that's just, I'm not saying that he can't, perform well. I'm just saying that he won't probably get the opportunities to perform as much as these other guys. Okay, Chris Carson, he's gonna go in the A tier. Chris Carson, I feel like, is a really slept-on running back, but he, for the Seahawks, he's been absolutely amazing, and he just got re-signed this offseason, so he's gonna continue to be amazing for them. Now, I don't think he's as good as Aaron Jones or Alvin Kamara, but he's still a really good running back and definitely deserves to be in the A tier. Christian McCaffrey. Barring injuries where he's out for the whole season, again, he'll probably be in the S tier unless, he has a major setback from like a lingering injury or something like that. He'll be in the S tier. He deserves to be in the S tier after the year he had like 2 seasons ago where everyone was crowning him the best running back in the NFL. Now, I don't think that he is the best running back in the NFL. I think that that title goes to Derrick Henry, so I suppose I'll just rank Derrick Henry right now. Yeah, I think Derrick Henry is the best running back in the NFL. But Christian McCaffrey, I probably say is at least top 3 in the NFL right now. Yeah, but as I said earlier, Derrick Henry, I think, is the best running back in the NFL. Now, he isn't too good in the passing game or the catching game, but I mean, he's a running back, like the catching game is really just an added bonus. What you really have to do is be good at running the ball. And Derrick Henry, oh, he's great at running the ball. Like he had like over 2,000 yards. And I'm gonna look this up, but yeah, I think he had over 2,000 yards on the ground last season. Yeah, he had over 2,000 yards on the ground last season. Like, yeah, he deserves to be number 1 at least for now. Mick Chubb, he's also going to go in the S tier. Mick Chubb is someone who has to share his carries, but when he actually does get his carries, he performs. He performs. As a Steelers fan, like, if we were late in games and the Browns were actually winning, I was just like, please don't give the ball to Nick Chubb. And when they were losing, I was just like, please throw the ball. Don't give the ball to Nick Chubb. And yeah, that just proves how much of a force Nick Chubb is, as he really just brings like an extra dimension to the Browns offensive game, and he definitely deserves to be in the S tier. I think these 3 are probably going to be the only players that are going to get in the S tier. As Dalvin Cook, he's going to go in the A tier. I'm going to put him below. No, I'm going to put him above Aaron Jones, but under Alvin Kamara. I think that Dalvin Cook is, still a pretty good running back, or not just pretty good. He's in the A tier. He's a really good running back. I just don't think that he's on like the tier of these 3 guys up here in the S tier, as these guys really are just on another level of everyone else. So yeah, but he's still a really, really, really good running back. Now, Deandre Swift, I don't think he's gonna have that good of a year. I mean, it's the Lions, it's the Lions. He doesn't have that much to work with. The Lions don't have a passing game that anyone needs to be scared of, so they're probably going to load the box. And yeah, his offensive line isn't too good. It's not bad, but it's not good. So he doesn't really have that much to work with. Not really any perimeter threats on the outside to like take away the attention from him. So I still think he'll probably have a decent year, just not really that good of a year. Okay, David Montgomery, I'm going to put him in the top of the B tier. He really had a breakout season last season where he had like 8 touchdowns and over 1,000 yards. Now, I don't think that that one breakout season deserves for him to be in the A tier, though, he definitely could take the next step. I just don't foresee that happening. I think he'll probably perform as well as he did last season, which was still really, really good, just not on par with, these other 7 guys. Okay, I think Myles Gaskin is probably going to start over Malcolm Brown as the Dolphins running back. I could definitely be wrong there. I'm actually a bigger Gaskin fan. I forgot his first name. Than most people, though. He's not going to get anywhere above the C tier. I think he had a decent season last season as the starter, but nothing spectacular. So he'll probably just stay in the C tier for now. Okay, James Robinson. James Robinson had a really good season. I'm going to put him in the top of the B tier. Now, actually, I'm going to put him behind David Montgomery. Now, his snaps probably will be decreased because the Jaguars drafted Travis Etienne for some reason. Yeah, don't know why. Like, they already have James Robinson, who rushed for over 1,000 yards and, probably was the best, actually not even probably, definitely was the best rookie running back last season, and he was undrafted. So, yeah, I don't know why they drafted Etienne. But, James Robinson is probably just going to be somewhere near David Montgomery. I feel like these 2 players will probably be near each other in their stat line, but I give David Montgomery the edge because I feel like Robinson's probably going to have to split carries more than David Montgomery. Okay, J.K. Dobbins is probably going to be the starter. I'm going to put him above Gibson. Actually, you know what? I think that J.K. Dobbins will have a really good season. Now, do I think he'll be in the A tier by the end of the season? Probably not, but I'll put him at the top of the B tier because I think that, with the Ravens' great offensive line and their run-first mentality, and him being the starter, he's definitely going to get a lot of touches and probably will rack up those yards and be a very good running back. Okay, Joe Mixon, I'm going to put him in the A tier. I think that people are sleeping on him because he got injured. Actually, I'm going to put him behind Carson. But yeah, I think people are sleeping on him because he got injured last season. But if you look, yeah, Joe Mixon is a really, really, really good running back. And even when he played last season, he was still pretty good. And I think that he'll bounce back from the injury and get back up here into the A tier. Yeah, so I'm going to put him there. Okay, so Jonathan Taylor now I think will be the... it might be my, oh, shoot, okay, I'm gonna go with Jonathan Taylor, I'll put Jonathan Taylor right behind, J.K. Dobbins. I think that he'll be probably the second best rookie running back next season, with Robinson third and Gibson fourth, or, no, not sophomore running backs. But yeah, I think that Jonathan Taylor, he's definitely going to have to split carries because they got 3 running backs in that backfield where, the Ravens really have 2, and plus they're more of a run-first team. But, Jonathan Taylor was absolutely amazing last season, really came into his own at the end of the season. So did J.K. Dobbins, and I think that they're both going to be monsters going forward. They just aren't in the A tier yet. Okay, so we've got Josh Jacobs here. Josh Jacobs is gonna go in the A tier for me. I feel like he's he's that good. He's he's one of the few good Raiders draft picks of the last 3 years or something. But yeah, I feel like he had an explosive rookie season. His sophomore campaign took a step down, but I still think that he's a really good running back and deserves to be in the A tier. Why isn't Tevin Coleman here? I think that Tevin Coleman's going to start. Okay, pretend that Frank Gore's Tevin Coleman. I think that Tevin Coleman's probably going to be a D tier player. He's really, we saw in Atlanta, he was a really good running back to Devontae Freeman, and then he went to San Francisco, really didn't do much there, but, in their Super Bowl run, he was a rotational running back. Now, in the bell cow starting spot, no, they're probably going to rotate them again, but, yeah, I don't think that he's going to do too well, probably because he won't get that many touches, as it's probably going to be a rotational running back core, and also he's really not that good as the starting running back. So, yeah, he's going to go in the D tier. Okay, Philip Blinty, I think he'll probably start for the Texans, and he's going to go in the C tier. I like Philip Blinty a lot, but just purely because that offensive line is trouble for Philip Blinty. I'm sorry, man. I like you a lot as a player, but it's also, as I said earlier in, the Dak video, it's also the supporting cast around you, and, yeah, yours isn't too good. I gotta say. So yeah, I'll put you in the C tier for now, but I feel like he's a B tier talent. He just isn't in the right, circumstances. Okay, Saquon Barkley. I'll put him in the A tier. I think that he'll definitely probably bounce back. I'm actually gonna put him even higher than Chris Carson, though lower than these 6 guys. But yeah, I feel like Saquon Barkley will probably bounce back now. That offensive line is going to be trouble, as we saw, in his only full game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. He ran for I'm pretty sure he ran for negative yards because his offensive line is trouble. They are not good at all. Now, he's still a talented enough running back to overcome that offensive line. But just because his offensive line is so bad, that's why he can't leapfrog these other 6 players. Melvin Gordon, he'll probably be a B tier player. I think that Melvin Gordon's really just been a B tier player his whole career, and I don't think that will change. I think that this will probably be his last season in Denver. and they'll let him go because he's aging, and I mean, I think that he'll probably regress like after this season or even during this season, but he'll probably still be a B tier player. Okay, so we got Raheem Mostert of the San Francisco 49ers. Now, the 49ers like to rotate the running backs a lot, so I'm still going to put him in the B tier, just, not that high, because the 49ers, like I said earlier, like to rotate their running backs, so he probably won't get too many snaps, though I feel like he is a really electric running back when he is on the field. Okay, Devin Singletary, I'm not a big believer in Devin Singletary. I think you should go on the top of the D tier, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I feel like he and Zach Moss are probably going to split snaps, so his snaps are definitely going to probably decrease. And also, I just feel like he's not really that good of a running back, and yeah, so he goes in the D tier. Naji Harris. I think that Naji Harris. Now, the offensive line definitely is a problem, so I'm going to put him in the C tier ahead of Philip Lindsay, because I think that the Steelers' offensive line is just a little bit better than the Texans' offensive line. But yeah, I think that Najee Harris will probably do well in the league. Now, will he have like a jaw-dropping rookie season? Probably not. Yeah, that's like pretty unreasonable to ask of him, but will he have a decent rookie season? I mean, sure. So, yeah, he'll go in the C tier. Now, Miles Sanders, another guy who is going to go in the C tier. I'll put him ahead of DeAndre Swift, but that's pretty much it. So, Miles Sanders, really, I don't think he's too good. Now, his offensive line wasn't doing him any favors last season, though I think they'll probably have some better offensive line play this season, though. I just feel like he's not that talented enough to even be in the B tier, so he'll stay in the C tier. Okay, the Patriots running back. I think the Patriots running back is probably going to be Sony Michel. He'll also go in the D tier. I don't like Sony Michel that much. Actually, I'll put him ahead of Devin Singletary, I guess. I think he'll probably be better than Devin Singletary. But yeah, Sony Michel, I feel like is a draft bust. And they shouldn't have took him in the first round, and well, he's in the D tier, so yeah. Okay, let's see. We got Ezekiel Elliott. This might be controversial. He's going in the C tier. Yeah, he's going in the C tier. I'm so sorry, Cowboys fans, but Ezekiel Elliott is mostly riding on reputation at this point, and not much else. Like Skip Bayless, who's the biggest Cowboy supporter, was campaigning for Tony Pollard to get it over Ezekiel Elliott. So, I mean, that kind of just shows you, like, where he's at right now in his career. He's regressing a lot. Now, I like Ezekiel Elliott as a player, so I do hope that he, stops regressing. But, given how much he's regressed over each season, it's probably likely that he'll regress even more and become in the C tier. Though I do hope that he proves me wrong. Okay, Leonard Fournette. Because they don't have Ronald Jones on this, apparently. Okay, I think that's probably in the C tier is where he's gonna go. Above Miles Sanders, I guess. No, in the C tier above Miles Sanders. Yeah, he and Ronald Jones are probably gonna just split snaps. And I actually think that Ronald Jones will probably start, but just because I feel like it's a 50-50 and Ronald Jones isn't here, so we'll go with Leonard Fournette. You added Baker Mayfield and Le'Veon Bell and Rex Burkhead, but not Ronald Jones. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, I feel like they'll probably both be C tier, middling quarterbacks, but Bruce Arians doesn't really run the ball, he passes the ball, so they probably won't even get that many snaps to begin with. So Mike Davis is probably going to start for the Falcons, though, again, he isn't here. So we'll just use Todd Gurley as a placeholder and go from there. I think that Mike Davis will, he did well in Christian McCaffrey's absence, so I'm actually going to put him higher than most people will. I'll put him in the bottom of the C tier. I think that's as high as I'm willing to go, but yeah, I feel like he could probably do good. Probably. I don't know. Yeah, we haven't really got that much of a sample size out of him, but I think that he could be good under the right circumstances, though, that Atlanta Falcons offensive line isn't doing him any favors. Okay, so I think that, yeah, James Conner's probably going to start for the Cardinals. Now, he's going to go in the F tier for me because I'm a Steelers fan. And I freaking hate James Conner because he sucked it up last season. He absolutely stunk it up, and I don't think that the Cardinals' offensive line is any better. So who's to say that he's going to unstink it up anymore? And we need someone in the F tier. So there you go. He's going in the F tier. Probably unfair, but yeah, screwing. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm just going to put him in the F tier because we need someone in the F tier. I don't know what else to do. Okay, so do we have all 32 then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 27, 31, 32. Oh, okay. So, anyways, that is going to do for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you guys did, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Too easy!